Ford Field in Detroit. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran former #1 pick back in 2009.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. We'll credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Out of the gun, Stafford. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
18-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
18-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Stafford on 3rd down. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Matthew Stafford sacked.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Makes the score, Lions.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
7-yard line.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. You got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Jones with a nice gain there on first down as he takes us forward and call it a pickup of 6.
He's taken down at the
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
a gain of 2 yards.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Rodgers with a give. It's Carrion Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 18-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
A gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
A loss of a yard.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
4-yard line.
Stafford going to lead with Swift on the draw. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Swift, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 3-3.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford. Short throw hauled in by Croft. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That'll be a
44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
On the
15 yards on the play, 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
So out now come the Lions, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And finally brought down at the 43. 22 yards there, a 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
The 20, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Carrion Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Good. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard.
Here's Carrion Johnson in the offense trotting back out. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. And this offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
Rodgers with
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the handoff, it's Samuels. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Complete to Carrion Johnson.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
At the 22-yard.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Carrion Jones with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide that they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Carrion Johnson. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions, in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now, because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
Back to throw, Stafford. That's complete to Croft. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. Underneath for Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's to his running back, Carrion Johnson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
That's good. We're on the
one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Dumping it off to Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Stafford. And he's into the clear. The 40, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25 yards.
Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Carrion Johnson. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On 2nd and 10, Stafford shoves him aside. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return is Peterson. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Juju Smith-Schuster, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. and they lead the visiting Raiders at halftime. Terry McLaurin, a good game there. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Matt Ryan with 3 touchdown passes there. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys have the lead as we get you back up to Ford Field in Detroit and hand it back over to Brandon Godden.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Rodgers now on first down. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A give to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He's brought down at the 40.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Again, the ball carrier. He's tackled.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise. Here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Stafford, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Complete to Marvin Jones.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
At the 35-yard
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
He's brought down
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Open man is Higgins.
Stafford's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, he's got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really, that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
At their own 38.
And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 2. At the 46-yard line.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. His throw incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd and short. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
Johnson
Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Operating from the gun. Stafford will drop this one off to Swift. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. To the air again, Stafford. Brought in left side by Snead. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Willie Snead.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
The Packers' 39-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
On the carry.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it through an opening, and there he goes. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And at the 50-yard line.
From the 50 at Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Carrion Johnson.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense can go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Ball carrier.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st down, Packers.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the...
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers Rodgers. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. From the gun, here's Stafford. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On first down, it's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again at Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 19. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and
The whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. You expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
The false start hurts them there a bit. Backs them up to 2nd and 9. Stafford looks to throw again. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Carrion Johnson.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. From the gun, Stafford. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
2-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Second down and goal. Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. They run. It's Johnson. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. Johnson kept out of the end zone on fourth down. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
On second down, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Rodgers, a gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Second and 7.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Again, it's Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, again to Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, We're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down, Samuels. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it's third down.
He may try and run for this. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Packers, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a